Yeah, it wasn't as long of a wait as I thought it was gonna be. Oops. I don't know. I don't have any. There's no games left, so this is all I got. This is the only game. Do you need a hint? I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah. I need a hint. What do I do? Come on. I don't have all day. Come on. You're telling me no more peak soul-draining dungeon crawling. Instead, we get defense attorney malpractice? No. This is a different guy. It's not the same person. Turn it to Japanese. Press the game selection and museum button. What did I tell? What did I fucking say? What did I say about backseating? What did I fucking say about? So there's 3 games here. One of them just doesn't have Phoenix Wright in it, apparently. Yeah. I don't think I have access to the other games. I do. Okay, that's a spoiler. I shouldn't show that. Anyway, hi. Sorry, are there 4 games? That's the museum. Okay. It's not 4 games. It's a museum. It's oh, it's got its own title screen? Or no. Yes? Turnabout Trump. I don't think I have the audio at a good level. They didn't mask that PNG perfectly. I saw some white outline around it. I saw the... Showdown time. You lose. Arg. Yeah, it's an appropriate reaction. I thought my stream died for a second. I was about to shit. My internet has been so dog ass lately. Dog ass? Shit? Dog shit? I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. Oh, this is weird. I don't like this. Why do they look like that? Yo, stop it! Get rid of them! I don't like... April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh, the music. Okay. Inspect the plant now. Okay, I can't, but I'll get... I'm panicked, palms sweaty. I can admit it, I'm nervous. Good morning. Okay, I didn't expect... Why are they so, crunchy looking? Am I losing my mind? They look very aliased. Sorry, hold on. Render. Story mode. In place of autoplay, allowing you to progress through the game automatically without having to press any buttons. Wait, no, what is consult? I don't know. Anyway, why does it look like that? Oh, here we go. Maybe text box transparency. Or, no. You could turn them off! Why isn't that in the first trilogy? To get fucking... Anyway. I'm gonna leave it on. I thought that said render. It says reader. There's no way to change it. It looks, bad. PC config? Anti-aliasing is already on. What happens if I turn it off? It looks exactly the same. It's not a big deal. It doesn't do anything. Why do they look like that? Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight? Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine. Don't say that. God forbid artists change their art style. No, that's fine. The issue is it looks like something is wrong with the settings. Like I fucked something up. That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, huh? Turn on the 3D slider. I'm fine! I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. That explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your speech. Shut up! I overdid it again. I want to grab on his hair thing and yank it, like, really hard. I want to yank it. I want to go yoink, and as you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. I want to yank it. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him in the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. The couch looks wrong. What's wrong with the couch? What did they do to my couch? What? One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. I don't even know what happened. I mean, somebody died. Cards and bottle, and then... My name is Apollo Justice. I'm sorry, his last name is Justice? I thought that was a title. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. Phoenix attorney, and today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. That was his boss? Mr. Justice, you're gonna have to get fired. You need to yank on it. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. You're gonna have to yank it. Yeah? Wow, who could this be? Whoa! Good, morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous? Meeting him? Cardiac arrest? I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So, you're... Fine! I'm fine. Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name. You're one to talk. I mean, who is this? Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend, so why? Gavin? You'll see. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, It's time, shall we? Yes, sir! I've been, like, trying to rest my throat lately, because it's fucked up. I hope it's good enough tonight. Okay, I need to focus. First trial. Here comes justice! Now, this is the part where they're gonna spend the entire trial having it be a tutorial. And I don't really... It's probably gonna have new mechanics, but I don't care. I don't want to... Oh, God. Excuse me. Oh, God! Why does he look like that? Ah! The court is now in session. He's too... Put him back. He's not done. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Okay, there's something fucking wrong with the graphics. I don't think it's, like, upscaling correctly. Hold on. Maybe I can fix this. The wrong button. Maybe I can fix this. Yes. No, yes. Yeah, wait, no, yes. Yes. No, it just does that. That's really... When he blinks, his whole body, like, shifts. That... What's doing that? It looks really weird. Okay, I'm gonna change it back, because it looks worse now. Okay, the defense is fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Oh no, I don't think he's fine. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice? Streamer says he has long hair. Is it like the prosecutor, just a lot longer? It's not that long anymore. I sheared off like a foot of it like 2 months ago. And this is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor. That's gonna bother me. Why is it like that? But I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin. I'm gonna yank on it. Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. He's right next to me. Like, I could do a little bit of yankage. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course, he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience. Fine. But does he have cords of steel? I don't know what that means. Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. He's playing it. Ape Justice. Who could this man be? This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. His blinking animation is too smooth. Fix it. Someone fix... Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Wait, who? Who is this? Wait, who? What? Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright. Piano player. I'm already dropping frames. Really cool. The internet sucks. I'm gonna hit it with a hammer. I'm gonna hit the internet. Did it die again? No? Okay. Why you're okay. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? I'm getting the box set. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. Oh, you need to fucking... Does anybody have a lighter? To think I saw you enter this room, a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains. Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. Dude, you gotta fucking, like, I put on a sombrero or something. The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. That's how you make it Russian, right? You roll the R really hard. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack. Kill them cold. A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was... the pianist for the club, it seems. Pianist. Phoenix Wright? A pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. It's all so weird. Court record? What's that? Who the fuck is this? What is this? Oh, that's the victim. Okay. He's dead. Why are the sound effects so quiet? It's weird. I don't... See, now this... Yeah, see, now this is... Yeah, I don't know. What does this say? There's a number inscribed on the back of the badge. There are many numbers like it, but this one is mine. Proof that I'm an attorney. To tell the truth, I get a happy feeling inside just looking at it. I love me apricots. Yeah, me too. Estimated time of death, April 17th, between 1:45 and 2:15 a.m. Cerebral hemorrhaging resulting from blunt trauma to forehead. I feel like the bottle would break. No, the chef better not come back. The chef is not coming back. No more chef. I can look at this too. Grape juice. Why has it got like Hylian text on it? How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. It's off again? What? No. No, it's not. Stream's still good. I'm not dropping frames. Remove cap. Put bottle inside of mouth. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently. The court record. Right. I've heard of that. Use RB to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Just use RB. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. I already did that. So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. You're playing with controller? Yeah, I'm sorry. But just who is this, Shaddai Smith fellow? We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant. That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. Why does he say Shaddai wrong? Shaddai? Shaddai? I don't know. Why don't you play a fucking game? Why don't you stream the fucking game? We believe they first met at the Borscht Ball Club on the night of the crime. If they had only just met, then why murder? Did not see Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing. That doesn't appear to have been the case. Shadi's not... No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. He's fucking asleep. Wake him up with the... As we can see, the game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second. I don't like the high-resolution judge. It's weird. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in of itself. Indeed. It appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. Basest. That's a weird... Oh, that's him. Okay. I'm gonna yank it. It's true that the defendant was engaged in the game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game. In the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition? A test of wits. Silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Come again? The audio glitched out. That was weird. Don't do that again, please. That kind of hurt my ears. The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present. You know what else needs waxing? And impress women. That'll be our first order of business here, then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. I thought this was in Americas. Why, when the gamble, Very well, defendant. Why it illegal? You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it! My first trial! Here goes nothing! I feel like he's got, like, 4 kids' voice energy? I don't know. It's just We got a new testimony song. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy. You can't start Apollo this late? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll play something else. Here, how about this? Oh. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything. A pianist who can't play piano. Better a defense attorney than a defense attorney who can't defend. Persona, God, no thanks. Please, dear God, no. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination! Don't blow it! Are you alright? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination? I really don't want to. I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of, don't. Tell him to shove it. Shove what? Can you be more specific? What needs to be shoved? I prefer yanking. I'm going to yank on it. I'm going to yank it. I'm going to give him a little yanky. I'm going to go yoink. And then it's like pulling the lamp cord, you know? Then his hair's gonna light up like... I'm gonna listen to it. There might be key lore hidden inside. You never know. Better safe than sorry, especially this early in the game. Yes, teach me. I know nothing. Indeed. Your job, Justice, is to be mindful of the court record and the testimony. Look for inconsistencies in the testimony. Hiccup. Ow. With what the court record tells you. When you found an inconsistency, that's when you present the conflicting evidence from the court record with RB. Shove it into Grossberg's redacted... But I didn't hear anything strange at all in the testimony just now. A good sign that you need to press the witness with LB for more information. Press him? Don't let the fact that he's a remarkable man hold you back. Get more information. But isn't Mr. Wright my client? Well, think you can do it? Yes, thank you, sir! I think I can do it! I think you'd better, or we're going to have a problem. Just remember, find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright? As if! Phoenix Wright would never lie. It's up to me to prove it. By pointing out the defense may begin the cross-examination. Do you like Confident Phoenix? Who? I am a pianist by trade. Oh god, he does not sound like I thought he would. You can hardly play? Well, I play sometimes, when the customers demand it. And so I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large. Then why are you really at Borscht Bowl Club? I was trying to hold it back. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. It's so loud. They pay you to just play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. Bah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. What? I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. Why is the judge's screen even more of an upshot? It's because he's short. Is it man like justice? That is. I'm quite a draw. You've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Why is his, hair thing prehensile? I don't like that. All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice to say, there were a lot of deals being made under the table. What do I keep seeing pop up on the right? What is that? Right there in that room. I keep seeing I don't know. I keep not looking at it before it goes away. A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, Lagoon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That's his antenna. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. 2 decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Will streamer play Indie Game Card Shark? Hey, I can actually tab out of this without it, freezing. I think the first game was like that too, but I don't remember. What is Card Shark? Is this porn? Pornography. You know, it looks neat. I don't know, maybe. There's no more games left, so I gotta pick something. Yes, a game of hands. Will streamer play indie game Skill Legends Royale? This is time for me to tab out again and look this one up too. Why does this look like Clash of Clans? What is this? It's a combination of Clash of Clans and Castle Crashers. I forgot the name of it for a second. What is this? I don't know what this is. If streamer is looking up games, what about Bunny Garden? Okay, this competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime. Now that's strange. What's strange? I don't like the wide-eyed judge. He freaks me. I was testifying about the commotion that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Hey! Wait, oh shit. I completely let that one slip by! Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right. There's something I'd like made clear. Namely your connection to the case at hand. I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well. I misread the word. I know. Be quiet. Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. You read the entirety of this game out loud without missaying or misreading a single word, huh? I plead silence regarding the murder. But I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Silence! The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. It's not that hard. Chat, go ahead and just read aloud the entirety of Lord of the Rings for me without mispronouncing or misspeaking even once. But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that around in our favor, yes? Great. Like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about that testimony? Huh? Wait, something he said did ring a little strangely. Just one thing. Now what was it? When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts his testimony. A contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony? But why? I'd better check the court record. Can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Isn't it just a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. You mean pull. Like yank? I'm yanking on it. Right. I got it. I'm fine. Time to listen to that testimony again. There's like an indicator on the top. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. I plead silence regarding the murder. I like the indicators. The indicators on the top are very nice. I never touched the murder weapon. Bears the defendant Mr. Wright's prints. This game's too easy. It's too easy. I already won. I beat the game So, you say you didn't touch the murder weapon. This grape juice bottle. Right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Put that thing away. Oh, God. Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. My thunder just got stolen by pain. I'm kind of annoyed now. Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The print... There's a history. There's a history. I can read the text history! The prints alone don't prove he did it. Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means he was holding the bottle inverted. There can only be one reason for that. But were they on the neck of the bottle? They on the... Yes. To brain someone with the bottle. I like Mr. Justice's, expressions. I'm gonna yank it. Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh? I see no problem, Justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on the bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Objection! Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright, but still that... Really? Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from the near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we? There's another chair. In the flashback, it was a person in the cross chair, not the left chair. That's who did it. It was Maya. The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. I see. And this is the phone that made the call? It was Pearl. Pearl did it! Used by the defendant to notify the police from the restaurant's first floor. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime, if he so choose. Anything weird about it? Oh. Wow, the battery is being held with a piece of tape. He should just buy a new one. Maybe he can't afford it, or he just doesn't care. What year is it? Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative. Ugh. Nice save, Mr. Gavin. Better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that crime occurred? How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. Fuck! My brain, it didn't see the letter A. It didn't see the number A. It didn't see the... You're as good as they say you are. So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up until now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? No! The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Whom the fuck? The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I surmise she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. Why is the judge like... kind of... I don't know. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please come out. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, if you are sure it is okay. She does not use contractions. Now the prosecution... Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia? Yes. She is a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade. This game takes place in 2026, and that would be... My name is Olga Orly. Oh. Olga O'Reilly? Oh, what's the pun? There's a pun, right? Why do you have like a pot roast? I am employed as a waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant. Okay, now I understand. But why do you have it? Then why the camera? Orlay? Orlai? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how is it said, other service. I take it one of these other services is taking customers' pictures. Da. Like, for example, da, like Russian, yes? Isn't it just DA? Like, for example, this one. That's the defendant. Indeed. On the night of the murder. Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Is she supposed to have a Russian accent? I can't do that. Indeed. That is the victim. Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. Do a German accent. No. But I can do a French one. It is the same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers casually. Bring back LT Grey. No, thank you. I would like to speak for longer than 20 minutes, The court will casually accept this new evidence. Olga's photo added to the court record. Now, witness. I was in room. The hideout, we call it. How do you do a Russian accent? Excuse me? The hideout? It is room where famous gangster Bad Guy was arrested. Bad Guy. Is room where murder took place. Make your voice deeper? I can't. Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. Photos will be numbered. My voice will be cracked, and you will write which ones you want copy of. So there were 3 people in the room at the night of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and I get the pun, but like, Olga, or our witness. That if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means she did it. I did. It was me, actually. Well, very well, witness. You will testify to the court about these night's events. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. The victim. He plays whole time with hand on locket at his neck. Then last hand is done. But something terrible has happened. The man flew at victim and is strangling him to death. That's not what happened. Incidentally, who won the game? Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith. Objection! That's ridiculous, because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice. Maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either. How? Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. Sevens and aces. Ices. 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 Ices, the hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, you say? I mean, yes, imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils. I know that. And after all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. King Ace Full House is bullshit? Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Can I see that photo again? Also, can I have that roast? I want to throw it at him. I'm gonna do it. The first save scum. Watch me throw everything away, chat. It's gone! My dignity. Thrown away. Also, I think I know what I need to press. I already read all this. It's making me, like, go through it slowly again. Man flew at victim and strangled him to death. Is strangling him to death. So... death caused by single blow to forehead. Objection! Your dignity carried away and eaten by the ants. Chat. I'm so fucking pissed off right now. The ants are back. And I don't fucking... I thought I killed them. They keep coming back! Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd. Normal customers only choke on borscht. Streamer, you know that's a thing of cold borscht. What the fuck is borscht? I don't know what that is. A vibrant and diverse Eastern European soup. Why does it look like it's made of raw meat? A sour soup made with meat, stock, vegetables, and seasonings. Okay, but it looks like it's made of raw meat. Is raw meat soup? Normal customers only choke on borscht. Streamer should eat haggis. No. No, I mean this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Ah! Mr. O'Reilly. Miss O'Reilly. Oh god, I'm losing it. Really now? Did you witness the crime? Okay, shit. That's actually kind of sick, though. Was that a lobster? Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yes, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation. Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit. New evidence. But I have seen it happen. Okay, so I can't, like, move a cursor around on this. The defendant, he lunged at victim. His neck. Oh, really, Miss... Oh, really? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. It's pronounced Orly. No, it's not. It seems we should continue the cross-examination. There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. Give it a yank. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Victim, he plays whole time with hand on lock. After defendant tries to strangle victim, he hit him with bottle. You didn't say anything about hitting before. This is so sorry. I must be forgetting this. Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind, and chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely. So he strangled him, and then hit him. What the fuck are you asking me? Something's fishy about all this. I'm not reading that aloud. Go ahead. I believe you know what you need to do. Right, sir. Leave it to me. There were only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and if Mr. Wright isn't the killer... I've got you now. Customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was called Both Players Played with Hats On. The victim, he plays whole time with hand on locket at his neck. What locket? What locket? I'm being a bitch. Shut up. I don't care. Shut up. I'm playing on story mode. Is it this though? No. Maybe I should press it. Oh, wait, maybe the evidence clearly contradicts the statement, Your Honor. Read Hyperion's... No, I'm not reading that. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? I fucked up. Why does he only have 5 HP? Think the facts over before making accusations. Maya did it? I know. I know. When did we find out that the judge is actually Maya in like a skin suit? I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Okay, maybe it's this. Is it this one? In retrospect, it should be this one, shouldn't it? Even though the other one also does not show a locket, but I'm just saying. You know, there was one curious part in their testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on his locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection with the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Every time I do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. I like this song. In fact, I like it so much, I was using it as an excuse to drink water. The water down the throat. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Yeah, so I just wanted to point this out earlier because I thought it looked like a butt plug. The thing around Phoenix's neck looks like a locket, and that's a problem. But also, now that I look at it, his is more of like a string, but that's like a beaded chain. Which means that you did it! Wait, how old are you? 32? Yeah, I'm younger than them now. I'm not younger. Wow, no, I'm not younger than him. He was... Wait, I am younger than him. Wait. That's... I'm 62 years old. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? I misspoke. Please forgive me. Give me the borscht. Defendant, what do you have to say about this? Say. Yes? I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. What happened? What happened? What did you do? What who? Come again? Mia came back to life? That's not what he said. Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? He adopted Pearl. Yeah, okay, I can see that. We confirmed at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. He has a kid? With who? Don't tell me it's what... No, she's in jail. So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Why don't I buy that? This is just a coincidence. Well, now if the results of this poker game led to the murder. Lotta. No. Perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Conjugal visits. I don't think they're allowed to fuck on prison meeting time. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost. Badly. Iris was only in jail for 2 years or something? Phoenix, what did you do? Miss O'Reilly, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant. Conjugal. Conjugal. The game began with 3,500 points and chips for each man. That's a weird detail to remember, but okay. House chips come in 2 sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided. What is around your neck? Wait, how do I... Use LT and RT to hide the main text window and controls guide in most locations. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I gotta... You don't press them at the same time. It's the camera. I thought it was like a card or something. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and... Indeed, looking at this picture. Indeed! It does seem to be a one-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. I rubbed my eye, and now it hurts. And it's not stopping. And ow. And failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. How many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now... A common tale, but true. Wait, what? Now I regret what I done. Sorry, I'm violently rubbing my eyes. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. $3,500 points and chips for each man. Do I need to know how to read poker chips? I don't know how to fucking do that. But she said which chips. She said which one. House chips come in 2 sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. No, she just says it's like small and large. But I could bluff. 3,500? So there's 10 large chips. And God damn it, my eyes itch. And 7 small. Chat, let's start a timer. I'm saying 7 minutes. House chips come in 2 sizes. It was the victim who was winning. Defendant play with all chips on table and lose. Is it that? No? What? Moment lost was decided. Defendant grabs bottle from table. Why was the bottle on that end, though? It's not that far away. Did the game just dox you by revealing time? What? The time? Oh, shit. Fuck, they know I live on the East Coast! Oh, I gotta get out of here! I'm gonna try this one. I feel like no. It's not right. This evidence clearly reveal... No, it doesn't. Idiot. Defendant play all chips on table and lose. The moment lost was decided. Defendant grabs bottle from table. Does it have to do with the ones on the bottom left? Ooh. No, wait a minute. It's in the exact same position. Hold on. Oh, I like that detail. That's a good detail. Wait, which one do I present? Maybe this one? No. The bottle's in the same position. Witness's statement is at fault. No, I fucked up. Nothing is faulty. How is there snow in the restaurant? What are you talking about? Oh. Wait, you're right. What the fuck? Maybe it's like cotton balls? I don't know. No, I don't... Wait, did I do that at the wrong point? Oh, I might have. That might have been my fault. Wait, did I fuck... Wait. Why did it start in the middle? Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? It contradicts the, I thought... I thought... Did I present at the wrong point? Or does it randomly throw you back in the middle? Oh, it does. No, wait. Maybe maybe... Shut up. Shut up. You tell me you're starting a fucking timer, you're throwing me off. This is your fault. No, I think it has to do with this. Objection! Why not? Why not? I think it's relevant. Also, the text is moving very slowly. Go faster! Where is text speed? Oh. I guess I don't want to turn that on. Moment loss was decided. Defendant grabs bottle from table. So it's not to do with the bottle. Like, nothing is disturbed, though, but I've already presented the two pictures. So that doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's try actually pressing her a little bit, I guess. Stop fucking bots in the Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used? Not special, usual game, usual rules. Each man began with 3,500 points. The total would be... Exactly 6 now. 7,000 points. This isn't calculus. It's not even long division. House chips come in 2 sizes, small and large. Do you really need me to fucking, like, do algebra tonight? I don't want to do that. Alright, what's 7,000 divided by 17? But then, like, leaning toward bigger, so actually divided by 10, but also by 7, but then in half, but then, like, biased toward what, but then... Maybe she elaborates on something, I don't know. I doubt the first trial is gonna make me, like, rack my brain that hard. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Of course. Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? The UI is so big in this game. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips. Explain? What is there to be explained? Objection! Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block. Not a motorcycle... Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles, even? Yet, as I've been saying before... What is that icon? No, what is that? What is that? Oh, it's a... Oh, you know what? It's probably autosave. There's an autosave? Oh, yeah. Okay. As I've been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard, perhaps, for capitalists to understand. 2 types of chip, 100-point and 1,000-point chip. It's not money, Justice. Don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. Okay, now I can do it. I'd have added it to her testimony myself. Does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony? Add it to... Yes. Yep. I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Witness, would you be so kind? Your Honor! One kind of chip is worth 100 points, the other is worth 1,000. So explaineth to me a thing, how over 10,000 points. 10,000, I almost said 1,700. No, it's, yeah. So, no. What? So 1,700 is 10,700. There's a 0 in between. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. James, our new attorney, is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten... just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? The big ones, of course. Duh. You need a redeem for talking in rules card speak. No, I don't. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value of the chips was 7,000. Yes. If my calculations are correct, let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You're in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. What? Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I thought there were 7. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. I thought there were 7. Why did I think there were 7? This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. Is the streamer stupid? Yes! But why? How could this be? Exactly. Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. This is who we want to watch. You come here for quality entertainment. Starting points are wrong. Chip count was wrong. Both were right. This calculation makes the answer clear. The total combined points at the table was 10,600. And then each man started the night with 5,300 points. 5,300. That's a rather half-baked score at which to start a game. Justice. Would different starting points really change anything? Yeah, it puts doubt in the witness's testimony and makes them look like an idiot, and you're gonna give me that borscht. It seems the defense's objection was even more half-baked than the score. Uh-oh, time to head back into the kitchen. Right. There's one possible way to explain this contradiction. So, I guess it doesn't matter? Both were right. Oh, because both were right would imply... There's a third player. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. All the chips are indeed shown in this photograph. Then there can be only one answer. What is it? The value of the chips was the other way around. Wait, that's not... What? Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness! Utter madness! Show me the photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Okay, that adds up. But why? Is not what I was thinking at all. Why does... That does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Wait, but why? Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Shut up! Shut! I'm gonna yank it! Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. Does anyone have a sound effect of, like, pulling on a lamp cable to turn it on? But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing! Indeed. Yeah, so why is this matter? The victim did have the larger number of chips still. Ah. Exactly. No, he didn't. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points and the defendant had 4,100. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. Okay, yep, I've lost my touch. Send me back to Phoenix Wright 1. That's impossible. My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Yeah! Now, Mr. fucking Miss O'Reilly, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Eek. I think it's a lobster, I'm not... That's a lobster. It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves... Excuse me? What is it, Miss O'Reilly? I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see, See what, Miss O'Reilly? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat. Cheat? You don't mean... a trick? Wait, or do you mean... a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, there was a cheat in last hand. That is why game ends where chips as they are. Great, just great. First, we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. The last hand. Both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. Isn't... the aces are all of different suits. I said suites, like it's a fucking hotel room. And so are the 7s and kings. I don't... No, don't look at it again. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Smith. I think my voice is not okay. Miss O'Reilly, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover-up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin, what's a full house? Liars these days. You don't know your poker. I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. What is that supposed to mean? What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number make a pair and 3 makes 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house. It doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hand in this photo. They both have full houses. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Whoever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? These fucking Pokemon battle cut-ins. Both men had full house. There's 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. Let me press on this one. Do you recall what the men were arguing about? I believe so. The victim, he shouts, "You are cheater," and then the defendant shouts something like, "I have objection." Shouting objection. Old habits are hard to break. First he bluffed his way through the courtroom. Now he bluffs his way through life. Objection! However, Mr. Wright lost the hand. That seems to cast the shadow of doubt on Mr. Smith. Humiliation from losing even when cheating. That is what set fire to defendant's heart. So what did the flaming defendant do next? He took bottle in hand. Poor Mr. Smith. Why are you contradicting your own testimony? By bottle, are you referring to this? Da. The defendant uses this bottle to... Stream dead. Stream is dead. Again. The ants got me. Come on. Come back. You can do it. And stuff. Ah, it's back. It's back. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my internet. It was fine for so long, and I don't know. I probably need to like call someone. I fucking hate that. Hate speaking. I hate speaking. Anyway. Why is she contradicting her own testimony? This behavior is an admission of cheating by the defendant. But why use a grape juice bottle? You'd be surprised at what can be used as a weapon. This drink is recommended drink of Borscht Bowl Club. Da. This year's vintage is remarkable for its hefty flavor. Why the fuck are they calling it grape juice? It's hefty enough to brain a grown man, apparently. First, she says it was a serious competition. Now she says there was cheating. Justice. Noticed anything odd? Sorry, I need to check something real quick. Warning, the stream's current bitrate is below recommended. That's cool, YouTube. Love that. Wanted to make sure it didn't, like, make another, YouTube room. Her testimony keeps changing. Now she says the defendant cheated. Actually, yes. I had noticed that. Wine is illegal. Let's get the truth about this cheating first, shall we? Leave it to me. No gambling, no wine. What? If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. Next moment, game becomes argument. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. I don't have anything to point out her own testimony being wrong, so... What does this say? Blunt force trauma to the head. Sorry, I'm looking at the Matryoshka. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. What are you talking about? How is it clear? Ah, well, the defendant, he played a fifth ace. What? Where? I don't... A 5th ace? I don't see it. I don't understand. I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. Oh, that's just wrong. And Mr. Wright's too. Obviously, cheating was afoot. Oh, she's just, like, incorrect. Okay. Or perhaps I should say a hand. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony, without Mr. Payne's joke. Very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony. Please. I was wondering what the fuck she was talking about. No, it didn't. Objection! It just, like, didn't, though. You're just lying. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice. Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. My finger. Point out the contradiction. Okay. Which particular point? It's the right is right. Miss O'Reilly, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But you can clearly see the victim's hand only held 2. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand which held the 3rd ace in question. Objection! Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in hand. Where is this 5th ace? I see cheating, all right. And it's going right on. Going on right here in this courtroom. Right on. 2 aces in each player's hand. Does make 4 aces in total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It's true. I've seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying. Yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. The cards? Mr. Payne. Yes? The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to that court, to the court. Nope. Nope, can't read. I'm sorry. Nope. I'm done. No more reading. This feels weird. The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Which of these hands is more suspicious? The victim's? Probably because... I mean, kings and aces, come on. Like, it was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would. Very well. Oh, it actually, like, becomes an item. Time's a-wasting. Get to it, Justice. Oh. What bullshit? Only one of the cards has a blue back. I'm much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so not red, you know. Is that it? Yes, sir. I think I did it too early. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. 8 awesome sides and 8 equal angles. I think I said that. Wait, 8 equal angles and 8 awesome sides. It's an octagon. Try using that to and then you should be able to get the and I'm gonna yank on it. I'm gonna yank on it. What? I did it a turn too early. Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. Huh? Huh? It's the 5th dimensional episode all over again. How did you add 2 dimensions? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's an octagon! That's impossible. But I put that card in Mr... Ah! Oh, so you helped. What was that, Miss O'Reilly? I merely said, I have... Your Honor... Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer. You said 8 sides. Is it that hard to know what I'm referencing here? Is it that... Do I need to fucking pull this up? You uncultured... You fucking uncultured...
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jack.
Is it that hard to...
Oh, man!
Oh, man! Wait, so you mean... This witness, Miss O'Reilly. She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager. It's a lobster. That's not borscht. Order! Order! Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake. Your Honor. Please recall the testimony we just heard. Okay. That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand. Ergo, Miss Olga O'Reilly conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Og. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. Yes, she did it. You don't mean... The defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga, are you? Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means... I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, of murder. Not the borscht! Oh, no, it's fine. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice? Justice, Your Honor. It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. Please pronounce her name better. No. And that means... This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it. I held out. I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Objection! You? It did not sound anything like... I mean, who is this? Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous! Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. That was said before. The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? I'm not reading that message out loud. If we used the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. You used different colors and they still got mixed up? We used the red deck for the last game. I see. But that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever. In the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix. Which means there was cheating. Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo? Yes? You want a snack? Let's consider the first question, shall we? I can't go the entire game without making the joke at least once a stream. Once an hour. Every 10 minutes. Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah. Thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh. It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. What do you think? When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? Streamer needs a clip of Bird talking. I need that water drop noise that he makes. Can I find that just by looking it up?
Oh, man!
Oh, man! I just typed noise as noise. N-O-I-O-S-E. Ambient Apollo noises. This is your lawyer, everybody. Okay, that's the suck noise. I don't want the suck noise. Are they remaking? What is that fucking emote? Oh, Paper Mario. A cartridge of the 2001 release of the 2000 role-playing game Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64 home video game console. No, I don't think so. If they are, I have yet to hear about it. Make him stream this. I did. Back in 2010. Anyway, I have no fucking idea when the card was put into the deck. Why would I know this? I have no idea. I'm just gonna say after. Perhaps it happened after the murder. What's that ridiculous? What's the point of cheating after hands have been shown? That's silly! Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. They snuck it into the borscht. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Okay, this is going past silly and straight onto crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Me. Yeah, I did, sorry. Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes. A simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for the blue card? Who? The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room, alive that is. The defendant Phoenix Wright, and our witness Olga Orawud. Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for the blue one? What will RNG say? I say RNG. It's more like the whims of the universe. Chat, do you think all of our everything that we do is predetermined and like nothing is actually random? Like do we live in a state where like nothing actually matters? Anyway, it's someone else. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga O'Reilly either. What are you suggesting? That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, if every piece of matter can interact with other pieces of matter in a predictable way, like, if we can figure that out, like, doesn't that mean that everything is preordained and that nothing actually... Free will is an illusion! That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss O'Reilly at this point. Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. If the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking about how much fun all this is. Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. Do we even comment that the deck on the table is blue? Well, they were kind of bringing it up earlier about how all the other cards were apparently swapped, and if the one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Miss O'Reilly, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. Because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace, after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. But there's one problem. Why is Phoenix now Armando? Because he's in his late 30s. Excuse me, he's in his early 30s? Unlike that guy. Get a haircut, hippie. But there's one problem. According to our case records, this person doesn't exist. I didn't say late. You didn't. No. I think I need to go to bed. Streamer putting words in my mouth. Chad, I have a question. Sometimes when I read things, words will like insert themselves in between other words, but like I don't know where they come from. Is that schizophrenia or true? Not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Insert. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. What? But who? I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. The trial has proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Honor. I'm gonna yank it. Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes. Bend time and space to look at his hand? No. That'd be cheating. I would never do that. I need to save the... That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. Why is the painting outside ugly now? It's just a change of decorum. Why is he doing the glasses thing? Is he evil? Why is he's evil? Why is he evil? To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well now, I'd think you would know the answer to that. It was him. He did it? Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I've no time for mysteries. I only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff. Justice. Yeah, yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? You're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Let me see. What the fuck? That ain't no pearl? Brown hair. Brown hair. Brown hair. Oh, shit! Damn, dude! Like, while she was in prison, though? Like, I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Why do you keep saying Emma? Stop saying that! Shut the fuck up! Stop talking. Most people are, perhaps. You'll meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night. Was it you? Iris is not in prison now. Look, did you see how old she was? No, it had to have been while she was in prison. Or maybe before. Damn, Phoenix. What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never... Honest, but... Conjugal visits. It is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Wanna know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Huh? You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker is like trial law? Figure out what your opponent is thinking and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding! That witness, for instance, Miss Borscht. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Did you see it? In the corner of your eye? Come on, who'd notice that? Aw, shit. Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you. Sorry, is this some, like, do I need to read people's expressions like what someone gave me? L.A. Noir? Noir. L.A. Noir. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it. Huh? Will you shut the fuck up about Emma? You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will soon. Almost forgot. One more thing about this case. Open the new year. You should... No, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. What? I knew it! I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me. I need your power. My, power? I had no idea my cords of steel were that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Open that mirror. That's wrong. That's the wrong save, Django. Go back. I don't like this one. Chat, I'm gonna die in 45 seconds. When midnight hits. Nice, dude. April 20. Nice. Do we have another witness? Timer counting down. He met Emma at 16 and 2 years passed. Why are you saying this? Stop. This isn't Undertale. We don't need to ship random characters together, okay? We don't need to do that. I'm gonna die in 8 seconds, and this is gonna be the last fucking thing I read from you. This is the last fucking thing I'm gonna die in 3 seconds! Alright, hey, what's up? Court will now reconvene. As our witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, recovered. Olga. Yes, Your Honor. She's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again. How do you explain the button? Shut up! Who cares? That's the thing, you see. She's quite fatigued. Think about Edgeworth close to women. What? You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. She appeared for 1 chapter, 1 time, and she never showed up again. Why would the fuck? Why? Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss O'Reilly take the stand. Very well. The witness will take the stand. It's her again. Perhaps you could repeat your name and occupation. Profession. That's the same thing. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poorer loser. Not. What? What? Name's Olga Orally. Ha! That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers. Don't say that. Oh. Oh, really? It's pronounced oh, really, chat. Wanna know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like oh, really. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. You've been lying to me this whole time? How could you do that? Also, sick fucking Team Aqua outfit. You witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Wait, what did she say? I wasn't looking. She said fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress. So you were in cahoots with the victim. Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend. The unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. You swapped the cards. Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. I thought she was holding something for a second, I don't know. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. A 7-year legend, destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. Oh, really? Oh, really? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake? I agree. The trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to that planted card? That's right! He's lucky. I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from that trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly. I wasn't understanding this. Oh, really? I'm getting tired of saying that. The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. Stop. No, nothing. No, quick finger. No. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. It confused me because it was a continuation off the subject of the prior text box, but my brain doesn't have that long of a memory, so that night I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant. But how was he cheating if he didn't cheat? That you did that. What? A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect. If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking! Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, it's all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? I planted the card like I was supposed to. Wright lost the last hand like he was supposed to. The planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant. What kind of card? The card disappeared? Yeah, my trump card. The 5 of Hearts. Gone without a trace. Poof Zippo. I have to examine. I have to examine. What if it's in the phone? Oh, I already checked the phone. We searched every nook and cranny, even inside his cute little hat. She called it cute, but the card was nowhere to be found. Is this correct? Never in my long storied career, never has Quick Finger, stop saying that, been so readily duped. Oh, really? So what did happen to that 5 of Hearts? Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? What? So the 5 of Hearts is still missing in action. Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. Well... What? What is that? They just fucking activate Ultra Instinct? What the fuck? What was that just now? I sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? Who opened a dark fountain? No, nothing, Your Honor. Magatama power, but he doesn't even have one! The lawyer's badge? What if it's in the phone? What if it's in the phone? It's in the they put the Magatama in the phone. Nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? You? Me? Quick Fingers, hide something? The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw when Wright hit him. With my own eyes, I saw it. I saw it! What is this weird vibe I'm getting? That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Did you see it? Touching her neck, was it? I actually have to, like, pay attention to ticks? Yes, that is... What is this? I can see it! Whoa, what's going on? This sensation. It's coming into focus. There, that twitch. It's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit, like I couldn't before.
Gotcha!
You gotta press Y to perceive. I was reading chat. Perceive. Perceive now. My throat is so sore. Holy shit. I have not done a dialogue-heavy stream in a long time. Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of her testimony, she subconsciously is recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. I am not going to make good use of this ability later. Holy shit. A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? Olga looks like a Pokemon trainer. I did call her Team Aqua earlier. Gambling Team Aqua. This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her most of the moment of the crime? Miss O'Reilly, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an erasable impression on your neck is this. Weapon? Did somebody slap her with the bottle? Why is he calling it a weapon? What are you talking about? Hold on a minute. First of all, I can't look at, like... Oh, that sucks. I can't look at their character profiles right now. I should have done that earlier. Anyway, the card, maybe? Is it the card? Why am I able to... Why is this highlightable? The card backs are red. For some reason, I thought they were using blue-backed cards in the final hand. I don't know why that's of note right now. No wonder Apollo speaking brings back memories of dread. He is voiced by Law Simp from SMT4. Oh, the curly-haired one? Wait, what's his name? No, not Adachi. Is it the cards? No. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't have any particular memories of that. I didn't think so. That must not have been it. I didn't think so. Of course not. Okay, let me see her profile again. I thought the implication was like that she was hiding the cards there. I don't know. Why did they call it a weapon? Nobody fucking hit her on the back of the head, did they? What? I'd better get this sorted out before I develop a habit of my own. Okay. You scratch your neck, I've noticed. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. What? Jonathan, that was his name, yeah. It's not the bottle, is it? Why are we... Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. I was gonna pick that initially, but I was like, why the fuck would this not be... And that... And what reminds us more of that moment... The stream died. Is it back? The mold got him again. God, I fucking... Oh, I hate my fucking internet service providers so much. I hate them. Oh, yeah. Attempting to reconnect. Bottle is killing the stream. See, it's not like my internet is completely dead. I can still read what you're saying. Nobody's listening to me. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the void right now. For fuck's sake. Disconnected. Reconnecting. Disconnected. Reconnecting. Fucking... No, I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like getting up and resetting the router. See, it's back. I didn't need to reset shit. I hate my fucking internet service provider so much. Holy shit. And we're dropping frames again. Well, no, we're dropping frames. Nope, there it goes again. It's dying again! I didn't die completely. No, wait, no, it's starting to die. No, like every fucking day. It's been doing this fucking daily. At least while I was home. I was gone for the weekend. I wasn't here, but like I came back and my fucking like I try to watch a YouTube video and it just buffers. The cosmic mold is eating your Wi-Fi. It'd be cool if I think I need to fucking like Now I hate fucking like calling them because they're gonna be like, okay, is the modem light on? Is it blinking or is it solid? And then it's like 45 minutes of that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. And what reminds us more of the moment than this bottle is the murder weapon. Stream in the morning again. No. I can't, but something doesn't fit. We're dropping more frames. God fucking... Stop! Why are you such a piece of shit? Stop it! Scream! No, I'm gonna pretend like it's not happening and everything's gonna be fine. If you were the only witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? My favorite part is when they talk about sending a technician and then they make an appointment a month and a half from now. I hate everything. What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant. Justice. I'll admit I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later. Just trust me, now's our only chance to break her. Miss O'Reilly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. What? Yet I am knowing nothing. Where did she get the coat back from? And the borscht. We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please. Now. Bah, fine. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there. I didn't let him out of my sight.
Hold it!
You seem uneasy. You try standing up here. Her eyes are darting all over the place. I must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like? Well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in a daze at that table until the cops came. Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're going to get out of this witness. So what do you think about her testimony? I'll tell you what I think. Her testimony is flawed. It's basically bogus. It contradicts the evidence. What's that? Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. This evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony. She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. I know there's some evidence that contradicts that. Is there? Oh yeah, the phone. He went upstairs to call the fucking police. Miss O'Reilly, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. Eh? And we know that the defendant left the room and climbed the stairs. And I'm dropping frames again? No. Am I? No, I thought I was. And made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club. So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. I told you it was a lobster. The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. I do like this art. This is cool. I love Okami. Return of the Obra Dinn? Showdown time. You dirty cheat. Check his pockets now. It's gone. The card's gone. You lose. If you love Okami, why don't you play Okami 2? I did. It's called Okami Den, and there is a VOD of it up on my YouTube channel, and I didn't like that game very much. But it was okay. Just toward the end, it was kind of bleh. Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right and hit me. You. Some master of cheating you turned out to be. Okami Den? I meant Okami 2. Okami Den is the second Okami game. Thus, it is Okami 2. If you mean the real Okami 2, like the sequel to Okami and also Okami 3, yeah, that game doesn't exist right now. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, fat load of shit that did ya. Well, where does this leave us? Madness, this is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all this. It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? They're canceling Okami 2 to make Okami Den 2. No! Mr. Gavin, sir? As long as I don't have to fucking play with Manpuku again, I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat liar. What? 3 were in the room on the night of the murder. The defendant, the victim, and her. And she has a motive. A motive? Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. Denouement? Denouement. And the pulchritudinous of that argument was murder. What? I'm no killer. And the fucking internet died again. God. Okay, scream. I'm a shit. Why? Why is it such a piece of shit? Stop it. I just want to play video games. I want to see if I'm dropping packets. Opening up the good old command prompt with ping 1.1.1.1 space -T. And it's just a bunch of requests timed out. Yep. Cool. Streamer's pronunciation killing the stream now. I can still read chat. That's the fucked up thing. Oh my god. Well, this is cool. Is it gonna come back? Give it a second, it might come back. Disconnected? Wow. Why are you making the streamer have 20 VODs for this stream? you can't do... Oh, wait. No. Wait, is it back? Is it back? No. Yes. No, we're dropping frames again. No, yep, more frames are being dropped. Yep. 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 I'm okay. Oh, God. I just drank water and it fucking hurt. It's not supposed to hurt. See, like, one hiccup on a stream, it's not too bad, right? But, I am now unable to stream at a bitrate any higher than 3000, it seems. And there are more request times. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording now. Alright, recording back on. I think it's working now. We'll see what happens. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. I don't even remember what's going on. Hitting the router until it works doesn't count as something. No, I am not. The router is not turned on. I'm plugged directly into my modem right now because I am trying to rule out potential issues. What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright? Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Fill router with cheese and pepperoni. Does it have to be I don't really want pepperoni. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. A 4th person. Ha! There's theory again! Your 4th person doesn't exist! Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal? And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. I don't mean to derail again. I'm so curious. How many fucking, like, VODs have been created? Oh, no. 6? There's 6 separate VODs. Oh, God. Oh, and the YouTube stream ended, too. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta fucking unlist this. Sorry, I have to have it pulled up for moderation's sake in case somebody decides to post a giant Among Us penis. I'm not giving you permission to do that here. Sorry. Remember what I said. The 4th person who swapped the cards made one critical error. Thanks for the reminder. I didn't know. He or she wasn't considering the color of the backs of the cards. Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was? It's not me, I swear! It sounds like it was him. Who is this 4th person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? I have no fucking idea. Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? Sorry, I was coughing. Probably him, right? Right? Apollo, do you seriously think that? No, I was joking. Haha. How funny. I'm seriously confused. I'm seriously sorry. That didn't go well. It can't be helped. I almost missed it myself. But it doesn't do anyone any good to turn their eyes away from the truth. Does it, Kristoff. No, he's stealing my thunder. What is this song? It's fucking rad? Mr. Gavin? You don't mean... Kristoff Gavin, you were the fourth person that night. Okay, that's not what I expected. Why the fuck would... What? I'm gonna yank it. But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. Why is it black? Actually, yeah, that's weird. You can't tell which of the cards are blue. The ones on the floor or the table. How'd you not pick up on that? I'm gonna be honest, I forgot that this was a photo given to us by What's-Her-Face. I thought we had it the whole time. Why are the photos black and white exactly? This is supposed to be the future. But look! You can see the colors in this photo. Yes, but when he said cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. Oh, they aren't even... Well, but they are blue. And the deck is blue, so... It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor. Competition? The top card of the deck is blue. That's what I said. I said that. A test of wits, a silent clash of passion. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Well, Kristoff? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Kristoff? You know, even I'd never take a joke this far. This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder? I assure you I'm quite sane. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well, what if they have? Huh? There's a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to be cut off. The defense would like to request no such thing. What'd he say? The defense would like to request that you testify to the court. Mr. Gavin? Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm gonna yank it. I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss O'Reilly, why do I keep doing that? I don't understand. Am I to assume that you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Oh, okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yes. That was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along. And I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. At 2, Justice? You would betray me, your teacher? I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Only nerds say et tu. You fucking nerd. Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin? You were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder? I dine with him rather frequently. He talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder? Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, right? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took in your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice? Sir. He's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright? This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? Oh boy. What am I gonna do? I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin, but you look like a fucking himbo, and, I mean, he does too right now, to be honest. But, like, I mean, that's the Phoenix, and he's got a daughter, and, like, I think, it's not with Emma. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold. Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. I'm gonna work backwards. Could you explain why you called Mr. Gavin? I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair. I figured Kristoff's law office would give me a friend rate for my defense fees. Glad to hear you intend to pay. Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved, after all. You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high. Is this the truth that Mr. Wright was talking about? Justice, do you know what you have to do? He's lying. Expose him now. Why would it be Emma? It could be Edgeworth. He also has brown hair. I have to think. What's Mr. Wright trying to tell me with this testimony? The truth has to be in there somewhere. I'm looking at the phone again. I already looked at the phone. Damn it. And when you returned, the victim was already dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? He was bleeding from his forehead, after all. I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. That's when I made another phone call. You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout. Was anyone else on the first floor at that time? Not a soul. It was the middle of the night, after all. So there in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned. I don't know if I need to read this out loud. Yes. Card, right, pocket, the. Yes, I can't skip this. Right now. It doesn't let me skip it. Or even, like, fast forward through the text. Yes, a harmless plank. I said plank. Prank, in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card she planted. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of Hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card. Before the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. An empty bottle of grape juice. The murder weapon? Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. How would no one notice that? A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. Sounds like a terrific drama. A card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits. Revise your testimony with this new information. I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle. Bottle? There is no card inside the bottle. The bottle is completely empty.
Objection!
There is no card. There is no card. Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes? I've examined the bottle, and I don't see any card in here. Oh, no? What, Mr. Wright, surely isn't all you have to say for yourself. I can't say that I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however. Huh? Perhaps a 5th person came and took it out? Oh, and a 6th person could have helped. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. I won't have you disrupting our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing. So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did that card just disappear? In any case, continued the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? Ah. You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yes, he dines with me at Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. Why 3 usuals? I always eat at the table closest to the piano. I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting. So the plates and such on the table were from your dinner? Indeed. The remnants of my meal with Christoph. We dined for 2 hours. Then Christoph left. After that...
Hold it!
5 minutes? So the 2 of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time. That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure. Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it you said? Christoph Gavin and Shady Smith may have met? was all nervous about this meeting. And now we hear they just passed in the hall. It does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. Oh, it would be if that were really all that happened. Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time? I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle.
Hold it!
Why in the bottle? I perceived my opponent's intent immediately. I'm used to entrapments. You see, I knew what was coming. So you struck first. I like that. I know every trick in the book. They don't work on me. At least when you get lucky and stick your hand in your pocket, they don't. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. You made the call to the police from the first floor. Same dialogue.
Hold it!
And when he returned, the victim was already dead. Yes, I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? He was bleeding from his forehead, after all. I feel like this is different. I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. Okay, and then we're talking about defense attorney Gavin again. So, we already pointed out the bottle. What else would there be? Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat in this table, at this table in the photograph. "5 minutes? I don't know if that's relevant.
Hold it!
I didn't mean to press. I hit the wrong button. I'm actually not sure what to present here. This is a lot for a first trial. I like it. I pressed the wrong button again! Why do I keep doing that? It's not, like, as good as the, Dahlia Hawthorne thing so far, but it is very... It's mostly because Phoenix is, a homeless man now, you know? A girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. There's no establishment of, like, a time frame. How is he homeless? Okay, he looks homeless. Take that fucking beanie off. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. It's good in the first chapter in a trilogy kind of way. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better than Phoenix Wright 1. I mean, again, that was like introducing like the whole series at once, you know? Why was his hat put back on? Is that it? It's not the hat, is it? That'd be dumb.
Objection!
It's the hat? Why does that annoy me? Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes? Take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. But also, I couldn't think of anything else. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Oh, I like this game's soundtrack a lot. Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna yank it. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? Hey, Black Sniper, what's up? I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat on his head. Huh? You? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view, shining bright just like in this photograph. And? I picked his hat up off the floor and put it on his head. Why'd you do a thing like that? All I can say is I'm sorry. But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene. So, Missile really didn't see it? It being the victim's, his head. I think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Here we go again. Mr. Gavin? Pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case. Hey, he's still our client, isn't he? I believe that's enough of that. Mr. Gavin? This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here. Huh? When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. A reason? That reason is right here. Your cell phone? That night. Recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case I recorded our conversation. What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. How do you record on that thing? Christoph, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard. You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china pate? Pate. It wasn't you, was it? Me, please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. Bone china plate? That kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, and not plate, but pate. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. How would he have known? The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. After Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club. Most certainly. Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china pate? 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 Oh, that's right. Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. My guy, I'm gonna yank that so fucking hard. You're gonna hear like a Velcro ripping sound. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court. Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? If it's come down to this... Oh, there's no if. It's come down to this, has it, Phoenix Wright? Apollo just kind of feels like here, along for the ride. Order! I will have order, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear Defense Attorney Gavin's testimony? As the prosecutor, Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes. After which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for cross-examination. Are we all clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well. This will be the final recess for the day. It's a lengthy trial, too. Gavin, did you fucking kill that guy? Why? Why'd you do that? Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Who'd have thought today would turn out like this? May I? Alright, I wasn't expecting that. What? Hello, sir. Please pick a card. What's all this about? She looks like she's like... not... I don't know. She doesn't look like a 7-year-old. When did this happen? You'll hate me for this, but she has Lena's hair. Yeah, I know, you're right. Looks like Lana. It's not fucking Emma! Excellent, I have a message for you. This isn't his daughter. No, this is an unreal... No, this is fucked up. No, this is stupid. No, he's lying to me. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it. A trump card? The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all. An ace? Where do I remember that card from? That's why it was swapped out. Mr. Smith's hand... Mr. Smithy's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's too. 5 aces. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating. I swear to you. The missing 5th ace. Wait, this blotch of red. Is this blood? Why do you have it? You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. Okay, thank you, Phantom Thief fan. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it. Who the fuck is this? Who are you? You look like you're, I don't know, at least, like, not 7. The timeline isn't making sense here. This blood-stained card is my trump card for finding the truth? Who the fuck is she? Don't actually tell me, I don't want to know. I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what all this meant. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where? That's when I made the connection. Received from a mysterious girl. Could this be the missing 5th ace? So, alright. My guy is, I think he killed that guy. I'm gonna yank it so hard. Court will now reconvene. Defense Attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. The witness, his name on the occupation. Is this farce necessary, Your Honor? Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. Fine, I'll play along. There's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald. Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
Objection!
Was that Phoenix? Hey, the song is back! I know that song! I know... Phoenix, when did you slam, dude? Like, how many... What fuck... When did this happen? I should have known... I wouldn't be calling it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Wright? I told you he was evil with the glasses. What do you think you're doing, Wright? Wow, things sure took a look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo? Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off except for that one time. That one time being the instant he was hit. Oh. When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to have been there in the hideout at the time of the crime. In other words, I must be the real killer, is what you're trying to say. Not bad, Apollo. Mr. Gavin? I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court. What? Oh, I assure you I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything. Very well. Allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. Finally, you may begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night? This is a good trial. They're starting off strong here. I can't wait for Apollo to never show up again after this game. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead, as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright, holding a bottle in his hand. I sensed that was not the best place for me to be at that time, so I left. That's when the call came from Wright. Reading becomes more difficult as I stay up past my bedtime. It is 1 a.m., so you witnessed the murder. No, I haven't done a stream in a hot minute. For better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team. Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand, after all. So you are, Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window. Mr. Wright, you had to say that, because that was the only probable window of opportunity, right, Apollo? Oh, he's got him trapped. Oh. I don't know how yet. Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me. I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked through the little window to the hideout. I'm gonna start pressing immediately. No. I'm just curious. That man, you mean Mr. Smith? He was different from the other customers. His aura, shall we say. I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that. You knew the true nature of your client's job? Of course. But I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Well, it makes sense that he'd know. They were friends after all. Worried for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared this Mr. Smith might be someone coming to settle an old score. I see. What happened then? I went down to the basement and peeked through the little window. The little window? You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs? Yes, a relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used it, I believe. Why did you go through the trouble of peeking in the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go into the room? I didn't want to upset Wright, you see. Upset Mr. Wright? Yes. What if my fears had been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least. So far, everything he says makes sense. It must have been right after the murder took place. How do you know it was right after the murder? Really? No need to shout, Justice. I was just getting to that part in my testimony. There he is, the coolest defense in the West we know and love. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I was afraid you'd change too, right? But you haven't. You and that overbearing personality of yours. With friends like these, who needs enemies? The victim was dead, as he appears in the photo. By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene. Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his hat when he was dead. And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat. Can you describe the scene of the crime for us? A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Those were the only three at the scene of the crime. Yes, as far as I knew, at least. Then we're back to where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
Objection!
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. I'm not... God damn it, don't blink during my trying to take a screenshot for the thumbnail. Justice, I said I saw no one, not a soul. But that goes against what Mr. Wright said. Yes, this mysterious fourth person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary. How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace. The 5th ace, right. Well, Mr. Justice, the question of why the killer would swap out the card has been raised. Can you point to a reason? Yeah, it's now or never. The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out. Then go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the 5th ace? It's because, my reason is, this. Is that an ace? Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade. What? What? This is insane. Why wasn't I told about this? Why? Could this be the missing 5th ace? Inconceivable. How could you? What are you doing with that card? Well, yeah, tee-hee, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? Yeah, I wonder why. It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards are her stock in trade, after all.
Objection!
No! Impossible! Unacceptable! The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? What? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and the victim's head. The moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down to the back of his head. Shit, didn't mute there, sorry. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen onto one of the cards? I suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Objection!
Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh? Right? Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years. You used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence. We can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question. What are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see.
Objection!
This is baseless conjecture. Baseless.
Objection!
Who said it? I can't tell. Right doesn't sound right in this not Phoenix Wright game. Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Wait. Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. What? Based? I've seen that before. I forgot about it until now, though. I think I saw that like years ago. It's amazing, really. How a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. I like this trial. This is a good trial. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? You making me do it? Oh, yes. Try picturing the scene of the crime. Try picturing the scene of the crime in your head. What color is the card? Oh, I assumed it would be red. The murder took place in the hideout. I mean, I can check. Yep, it's red. No, it's red because it matches all the other ones. The murder took place in the hideout. Also, what is this 3D shit? What is this? The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped the card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with this scene. Well, what is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on the card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victims? The killers? The witnesses? The second witnesses? Whose position doesn't fit with the bloody card? I like the text history thing. Sorry, I need to read again. Why wouldn't it fit, though? I don't understand what contradicts the blood on the card. Also, what does this song remind me of? Specifically the that sounds familiar. What is that? Is this from Ocarina of Time? No, I don't know. Look at the black and white photo. I can't. It won't let me. Yeah, once it actually puts you in this, it doesn't like let me open the court record, so. What position in this diagram doesn't fit? 999? Maybe. I feel like they're leaning toward the killer, or sorry, the victim being in a different position or something? Would it be? I don't know. I can't see how what's-her-face is relevant even slightly. I feel like it's one of these two, but I'm not sure which. Coin flip time. It said number 1, which means him. Isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice. Neither do I. Well, look, the victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. Oh, is that really what we're going with here? That he was repositioned after his death? Hold on one second. I gotta stand up. I'm fucked. That's better. Okay. Anyway, like, the thought crossed my mind, but I don't know. I guess I wrote it off as not being relevant. You'd think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Take a look at the photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards. That's right. What does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. Swivel chairs? Oh man. Apollo, try turning the chair around. What? I can do that? The chair was facing the other way. It would have to be. I didn't know they were swivel chairs. We would have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. I don't know why that auto-advanced. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know now that the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses? Whose location creates a contradiction if the victim was facing away? The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front, sitting where his indicator currently is? I would think it'd be quite hard, yes. Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. What? There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram. What? But there's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Let's think it through and see what we can find. We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing in order to strike? I guess right fucking here? The killer had to be standing while, here. You get points for flair, but that's about all you get. I thought I was onto something there, too. I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim is facing a solid cupboard. Cupboard. Or are you claiming the killer had climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that at that very moment of the crime... Wait, I know! At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there. What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation. Right, Mr. Gavin? What the fuck are we getting into, dude? What are you talking about? Did they slide it to the side, covering up the window? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Your Honor. What? There's one more thing your men should look for. Give this to the bailiff. Yes, I see. I have never seen Phoenix Wright be so fucking, like, he's on it. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. But let's forge ahead here while we wait. He's confident now? Crazy things happen when you lose your house, I guess. Looks like the diagram once again. It's been changed. Or look at the diagram. If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means... Apollo, try moving the cupboard. See, it would be covering the window. I said that. That's what I said. I said that. That's why I said that. I figured it out first. I figured it out. Fuck you. I figured... Thank you. As you can see, the cupboard was a problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been as shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my! What's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Quite based. Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, point to the new contradicting indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness, the third witness, the fourth witness, which indicator in this diagram contradicts what the contradiction is the contradicting. About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. the cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. That's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin. What did you say? Oh, is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool? No, don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from? Excuse me, Your Honor. Order. This is a court of law, and I will have order. We just now received word from our investigative team at Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. Oh, and what did they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there is a secret passage behind it. What? What? I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about. I remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it. I don't. A secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. So that room has a secret passage. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops. And enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. So when is he going to crash out? Like, I'm waiting for that. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. Apollo, shut the fuck up. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway, behind the cupboard. Holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came, and he took it. Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help. Miss Olga O'Reilly was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. He wheeled his chair around to look, and after the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer than in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red idiot! Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Why isn't he crashing out, though? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne! Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Objection!
He ain't having it. Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence?
Objection!
It doesn't sound like... Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance. The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints. Am I right, Mr. Payne? He's 10 years older? I don't care. He's supposed to sound exactly the same. It's the beanie. The beanie is constricting his air passage that travels through his brain. Yeah, we all have that, right? Actually, yes, the fingerprints on the bottle were upside down. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. The court in this case demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold a bottle upside down. And that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor. See how the caught fish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo? Yes? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that. When was the last time I saved? It's been like a while? Like almost an hour? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Gulp? Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find a simple answer there. In plain sight. How about you just say the answer in plain words? It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions indeed. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Gavin said that the court in this case demand an explanation. Don't worry. Justice won't leave until justice is done. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle were upside down? Is it really this? He grabbed it from the crate? I'm going for it. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, why? What? No, that's actually, I like that. It's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Yeah, he grabbed it from the fucking box that was right next to him. That seems like, yeah. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me? On the floor? Yes. Now, reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair. See? You naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck. With your fingers, upside down. Look at this photograph, taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. I can't believe it was that simple. Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then, too. Why just call it wine? Holy shit. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed. But then you must have remembered. So you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano. And then you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Order! What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle. Alright, Apollo, what's this? Bottle! How have I not made that joke yet? Where's your proof? Proof? Well, that's, as I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle proof is quite empty.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Yes? I have your memo about it here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. Wow, what's that inside of it? What are you going to dust for fingerprints too? I would be surprised if any were on that, but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? Bottle? But why? Just humor me. Mr. Wright. That bottle will solve this case once and for all. What? That's some bottle. Yes. How the fuck literally anyone would... The judge is blind. He can't hear anything. How do you not notice this? There's something inside the bottle. I was gonna say, am I supposed to take it off? Like take that off myself? Okay. How would you get it out, actually? That'd be kind of hard to do. What's this? That card. It can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Miss Olga O'Reilly? Yes. Our little swindling Davochka. Is that... I don't speak Russian. Davochka... That night I planted the card like I was supposed to. I don't know what that word means. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony? Yeah, I haven't played Tiny Bunny in a while. Dude, Chapter 5 for that game is, like, still not out, and that is wild. I streamed that, like, 2 years ago. I've been waiting. It's just, it's not... I want Chapter 5. I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Antosha. I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of Hearts. Everyone's game needs its Deltarune moment. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Where? There was an empty bot. Yes, yes, yes. I'm out of water. The Five of Hearts. This is the card. Oh, my nose is so itchy. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the fourth person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Come on, freak the fuck out. Yes! It was subtle, but I liked it. Why would you, like, just kill that guy, though? It doesn't seem like why you just ruined your life over this for no reason. That is all. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little I should know this.
Tete-a-tete.
Okay, I was right. I thought it was more fancy than I was. Right. This is insane! What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? Shut the fuck up, Payne. Do all defense attorneys become Armando as they age? No. I mean, if he did, he would be, I think he would be dead right now, because, you know, I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. Kind of wish he would have admitted it, like, directly instead of being a little bitch about it, but okay. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith should die. His occupation was listed as traveler. An odd profession, to be sure. That's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright? Yes? 7 years and you still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed two things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated. This courtroom. The second would be a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? Is there thunder outside? It sounds like... Sorry, I hear rumblings. This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Why is my phone flashing? Oh, it's because I have 4 Discord messages about my stream starting. We have to set it right. Damn, I love my internet service provider. I'm actually starting to wonder if it's my router, because everything seems fine now. It also might be because I restarted my mode. I'm not sure yet. Mr. Wright. Our work lies ahead of us. And I, for one, am looking forward to it. This seems like a good time to announce a verdict. I can't tell if that rumbling is coming from the game or outside. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey, did it! Who's in charge of installing the confetti into the ceiling? Also, why does the confetti look worse in this version? Court is adjourned. That was a good trial. I like for a first trial, that was really strong. I'm almost wondering if it is trading blows with Dahlia. I like Dahlia's trial a lot, though. It might be equal. Thanks, Apollo. You came through just like I thought you would. Pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Yeah, he's got Ultra Instinct, and also he picks up on tells a lot. What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer, right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Wait, you don't know, do you? Why did Kristoff murder them? I have no fucking idea. There really isn't, like, a motive, I don't think. It's weird. They talk about motive and then it does... I don't know. This locket is the key. Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Your daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. You know, you were right about the locket. Huh? I took this off his neck the night he died. Oh, shit. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist, Stavi. So the truth is the locket really did belong to him. What? But that's perjury! You testified, you said that locket was yours! I said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. Is this an alternate reality where Mia didn't die and they committed coitus? Why do you have to phrase it like that? What do you commit and it's the truth. I feel like engage in would be... but why? Is that why the couch is that color? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside of it? Because they had to change the couch because it got fucked up. Because sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. They had the sex. I don't see how that'd be possible because she got bludgeoned to death. So I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Anyway, who did you bang? Apollo. Yes. Yes. How about coming to work for me? You mean at the Wright & Co. law offices? I thought you were, What happened to him? Was he disbarred? They never explained it. They're gonna do that later in the game. That's gonna be the plot of the game, isn't it? What happened to Iris? They fucked? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. They forgoed the fuck. That would mean they didn't fuck, though. Bludgeoned by his penis. Okay. I can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but didn't you... You're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. Which one? And at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. Channeling causes the person to manifest physically. I don't want to think about that. That would have to be... No. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left the law for good. That'd be so fucked up! Yo, Maya, come here for a sec. I gotta ask you something. We're not having this conversation right now. It's too late for this. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? Motherfucker. I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. I'm not getting this wrong. I don't know why I saved twice. It just seemed too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence. My lawyer's bet. You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. The court can't accept this evidence, it's a fraud! Oh, he was right. I don't care, though. He's kind of an asshole, so... Fraud? How can you be so sure? I know how to read. I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then, you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago. None of that matters much now, does it? Morally gray Phoenix Wright? I punched him. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Mr. Wright. Oh, about your uppercut? Try yelling, "Take that!" next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. This is like... Man, it will never be the same again. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery... There's a fucking ant on my wall. Cocksucker, come here. Do you think they feel pain when I crush them to death? Sorry. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. I wish I was that ant. Okay. Anyway, that was a trial. I liked it. That was really good. That was really strong. I'm not sure how this is going to go. How does this keep happening where, like, the stream ends at the perfect time? Trials tend to be, well, at least the early ones, around, like, 4 hours, I guess, so... Oh, and it lets me go back to the menu! Instead of just immediately throwing me in! Who is the woman? There was a female Who the fuck is that guy? That's another himbo? Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, he's gonna come back. Oh, he's gonna keep coming back. Why do you have a revive on your ear? That's I need that. I need that from my Salamence! He keeps dying in the Elite Four. He's not... Anyway, only an hour stream. Fucking ISP. No, it's not a short stream. I've been streaming for 4 hours. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Well, you know what? Anyway, I think I just saw a massive spoiler. I'm not really sure. There was a female on the screen with the hair and stuff. And I swear to fucking God. I swear. No. I swear to fucking God. Were you not joking? Wait a minute. What the fuck is she doing there? No! No, why? What happened to Iris? Or Maya, or whoever the fuck, I don't know. Why? Pearl's gonna kill him. Oh God. Okay, well. I guess. I don't believe you. There's no fucking way. Why is he blonde now? How do I exit the game? Okay, yeah. I don't believe you. Why would the fuck? Why? I don't want to hear about the power of science anymore. I don't want to hear about the power of science anymore. I'm exiting the game before I have a mental fucking breakdown. This was too much. I don't know. The internet dying, they didn't do it. I don't believe it. Well, you know how it is. A little bit of the... Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. Wait, a little bit of the... And a little bit of the... Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thanks. I don't know. Token woman on the thumbnail. All right. Yeah, I'm leaving. Finally, I have a game that I can play that isn't fucking Persona 3 or Xenoblade. Oh my God. I needed something, man. I was dying here. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you later with, I don't know, Goat Simulator. I don't know. Bye.